Welcome to Business Education and Research. This video explains the concept of management by objectives, the essentials for successful implementation of MBO in business organization. Management by objectives (MBO) is a management philosophy and framework that emphasizes setting clear, specific and measurable objectives or goals within an organization. Management guru Peter Drucker developed it in 1950s. The primary idea behind MBO is to align the organization objectives with the individual objectives of its employees, thus fostering a sense of ownership, motivation, and accountability. The successful implementation of management by objectives in business organization requires a careful planning, commitment, and a structured approach. Here are the essentials for the successful MBO implementation, along with real examples from corporate settings. For successful implementation of management by objectives, setting clear and specific objectives are very important. The objective set should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Clarity is crucial to ensure that everyone understands what needs to be achieved. For example, Google as a company sets clear specific objectives for its products. For instance, the objective for Google Maps might be to increase the number of monthly active users by 10% within the next quarter. As a company, Google set clear product objectives. The top management of the company must be fully committed to the MBO process. Their support and participation set the tone for the entire organization. For example, General Electric (GE), under the leadership of Jack Welch, was known for its strong commitment to MBO. Welch implemented a rigorous performance evaluation system that emphasized setting objectives and regularly reviewing the progress. Commitment of employee involvement is very essential for successful implementation of MBO. Encourage employees to actively participate in setting their objectives. This involvement leads to a sense of ownership and commitment to achieve the goals. For example, Intel practices MBO, allowing employees to define their annual objectives. This empowers employees to contribute to the company's success by setting their own goals in alignment with the organization objectives. Regular monitoring and review are very essential for successful implementation of management by objectives. Establish a system for continuous performance monitoring and regular reviews of objectives to ensure that progress is tracked effectively. For example, IBM uses regular performance assessments and reviews called checkpoint to track progress and make mid-course adjustments to objectives, aligning them with the changing business landscape. Performance feedback is vital for successful implementation of management by objectives. Provide constructive feedback to employees on their performance relative to their objectives. Feedback helps employees to understand their strengths and areas for improvement. For example, Adobe Systems conduct an annual review cycle during which employees receive feedback on their performance and set new objectives for the coming year. This feedback loops helps them in refining objectives and individual growth. The successful implementation of management by objectives requires alignment with rewards and recognition. Ensure that rewards and recognition systems are aligned with the achievement of objectives to motivate employees to perform at their best. For example, sales teams at Salesforce have their compensation directly tied to achieving sales objectives. This alignment between performance and payment motivates sales representatives to meet their targets. Bringing flexibility and adaptability facilitates successful implementation of management by objectives. Recognize that objectives may need to be adjusted in response to changing market conditions or strategic shifts. For example, Amazon regularly revisits its goals and objectives to adapt to changing customer preferences and market dynamics. This flexibility is integral to its success in the e-commerce industry. Training and development certainly helps to achieve successful implementation of management by objectives. Provide training and development opportunities to help employees acquire the skills and knowledge necessary to meet their objectives. For example, Toyota invests in employee training to ensure that they have the skills required to meet quality and efficiency objectives, contributing to Toyota's reputation for high quality products. Integration with performance management system is very important. Integrate MBO with performance management systems to streamline the tracking, monitoring, and evaluation of objectives. For example, Accenture uses online performance management systems to track objectives, provide feedback, and facilitate regular performance reviews, aligning employees' goals with organizational objectives. Successful MBO implementation requires a commitment to the process, clear communication, and a culture that values goal setting and continuous improvement. Real-world examples from companies like Google, Intel, and Microsoft demonstrate how MBO can be effectively integrated into organizational practices to drive success and achieve strategic objectives.